They're strong. So that scares me.
Think about you.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalia. If you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. And if you're a current subscriber already, thank you so much for subscribing. You already know what's good. So this week's video, I have been super excited to make for you guys, but I've also been pretty nervous just because it is something personal. I did want to share with you guys kind of my experience and everything that kind of took place for me to make this decision. And that is, I did get a breast augmentation. The purpose of me doing this video, and I think I'm going to make it actually into a series, a little maybe 3-video series, is because I want it to be as informational as possible. I know when I was looking for videos, I wanted to like really be in the doctor's office. I kind of wanted to see the person's experience, their healing process, how they were feeling like in the moment. That's kind of what the purpose of me doing these couple videos are going to be. So I want to give you guys as much information as possible. I'm not one to be like, no, I didn't get anything and I ended up doing. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So before I get into it, I do want to leave a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not telling anybody to go and get any surgery done if that's not something that they feel like would benefit them. But I feel like if you want to do something and you have the means to do it and you're in a good place, I say go for it. But of course, be careful, be safe, make sure you research your doctor and you're having a good experience before you even go into surgery. But I want to just quickly leave that disclaimer right there just because, everybody's different. So this is something that I decided to do for myself. And I kind of want to share with you guys things that I would have wished I would have seen. Like, not that I had a bad experience, but just to kind of like go through it without going through it so I can see what I want to go through it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try my best to give you guys as much information as possible. I am going to be leaving a clip of me trying on the sizes at the doctor's. For me, I really wanted to see that just because I'm like, I wanted to see the person's height, kind of what they look like. If I put on that size, that would kind of be like what I would look like. First question I'm going to answer is, what was I looking for in a doctor and what doctor did I pick? So I had two choices of doctors. The first doctor, I was actually gonna go out of town to California. And I didn't really mind going out of town to California because I liked the way the doctor did the boobs and he did saline. So I originally wanted to do saline when I first was looking into which ones did I want. I liked the idea of it being salt water, so if something happened, it was not really gonna affect the person too much. So then that was kind of what I was leaning towards. So after I picked that doctor, the consultation with him was $150 and it went towards the surgery. I personally didn't mind. I didn't really like the experience I had with like the whole doctor's office in general, in the sense like the customer service wasn't there. For me, I needed like everything to be on point if I was gonna go through with this, just because it is a big surgery, it is a big choice, and if you've never done anything like it, those things cross your mind. So you want to make sure customer service is great, and I just didn't feel that customer service, and I didn't feel that connection with the doctor either. So I was like, I don't even think it's worth me going all the way that way if I didn't feel that way. So I ended up looking at something a little more local, and I looked towards in Miami, and I came across Dr. Hochstein, and I saw his work and I just absolutely loved it, the way it looked on the girls. I'll put his Instagram on the screen actually, or I'll put his Instagram down below so you guys can see. I loved his work. It looked really professional. From the posts on Instagram that I saw, I was really attracted to that type of work. Now I did notice he did more. I would see his clients would usually do more of the silicone. Now for me, I was open just because I still was learning, and I'm open to hearing different things if it's a better opportunity. So I went through it a little bit funny. So you first do it over the phone if you're not local, and once you do it over the phone, you kind of meet the doctor, ask him some basic questions, and I decided to make a in-person consultation because I really wanted to try the sizes on. And after I did that, I wanted to kind of take some time and think about like, which one did you like more? So I had went and I made my consultation and I had filmed it and I deleted it. You're gonna see today, when I originally tried on the sizes, I originally was gonna go with the first one, which was the 300. That is kind of like a really small size, I guess you could say. But again, that's based on your body type. So when I went the first time, I was more open to the 300 just because, and be aware of this if you're gonna go try it on, you don't really see yourself with that size of a chest. So when you put them on, you're like, whoa, like this is big. But be mindful, you wanna picture like it's gonna settle, it's gonna go down, like really picture it like with it on. So I tried the 300 and I liked the 300 and we were agreed on that. But then I tried the 350 and there was just that little bit of 50 that just was like, I think I like this one better. You'll see like my mom is like not too like happy with the 350 first, but I know she's got good intentions, so I appreciate it. It was something that I did also consider just because, you know, she is my mom and she knows best. But that 350 though, and it just worked out. So at the end, you know, she was happy with the choice and the size, and she agreed with it. But I want to share with you guys, it was so funny, but I want to show you guys kind of my experience. So this consultation you're gonna see, I kind of went into it knowing like I wanted 350, so I was gonna like really try and convince my mom so she could see what I was seeing, but you'll see how it goes. You know how moms are. But let me show you guys the tape right now. Okay, so this is nothing. You can kind of see. Okay.
It's pretty big, Natalia, because you're not that big.
Yeah.
So put on the chest.
Oh. This is 300.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta see the video. Yeah.
300. Now let me see the 385. I mean 350.
Okay.
Like it looks like a
No.
chest.
Yeah, but it's too much.
I think it's good. I like
Natalia
this.
is not
Mom.
something. Okay, if you want to. I don't like it. I'm just telling you, it's too. It looks
But
like not proportion.
it's gonna look more like.
Okay, if whatever, but I don't like it. It's too big. Even Poppy said, and Malia told you the other one was.
Well,
it's not-
Malia was neutral.
No.
Malia, you were neutral.
No.
I feel like I like the way it. 385 is definitely too big. That I wouldn't have on my chest. This is 300. 300. 350. What do you think?
I like the 300,
Uh-huh.
but I know you like the 350. It's really like
Up to me.
what you want.
I know.
I like the 300. It looks more natural. The
Yeah,
350.
the 300 looks more natural to me. 'Cause
Yeah.
You have to think like after you have kids and stuff, your boobs are gonna stay bigger.
Yeah.
You gain any weight, your boobs are gonna get
Bigger.
bigger too.
Yeah. Right now we're kind of in between the 300 and the 350. I personally like the 350. Everybody's kind of rooting for the 300 because it is a little bit smaller. But I'm gonna talk to the doctor and see kind of his recommendation based on what I'm looking for and kind of talk about the risk for both of them. So I wanted to kind of refilm this. This I filmed before, but it did get deleted, so I wanted to film it again. So we got that footage. But now we're gonna wait for the doctor to kind of go through pre-op stuff and I'll check back in. Okay, so basically that's how the consultation went the first time. What you guys saw was the second time because I deleted that footage, unfortunately. But that's kind of how it went the first time as well. Now, when you book the surgery dates, you do have to put a down payment towards the surgery. The down payment for me was $1,200 and that went towards the cost of the surgery. Now, based on the option for the implant will be based on the price of the surgery. For me, based on my choice, it was $6,000, so that $1,200 went towards the $6,000. Now, once you put the down payment, you do secure the dates for the surgery, your pre-op, your post-op, and then you have to make sure you pay that before you actually go into the surgery. A couple things you have to do before you actually went to go to your pre-op and all that stuff, first thing is that they do give you medication you have to fill. Make sure you fill all of them. I forgot to fill like one of them, so I had to go get them while I was out there. Next thing is they do also make sure you have to do blood work. I love the idea of that, just to make sure I was inside, I was healthy. I felt like I was healthy, but you never know. So I did blood work, everything came out great. You have to do that. Next thing you have to do is also they do send you a 1 week, 2 week kind of preparation, and I'll put it on the screen so you guys can kind of get an idea. It's just things to make sure that you're doing before the surgery. Next thing I'm going to address is, where did I get my incision? So this was actually something that I was a little bit worried about. Funny story, I wasn't nervous at all for the surgery. I was only worried about like 3 things, but I was not worried about much. So the incision for me was a big choice for a couple of reasons. There's 3 options. You can do under your arm, underneath, or right on your areola. I had originally wanted to do either under my arm or underneath the breast, just because I felt like, you know, they're not really noticeable. I really didn't want to cut my areola. That like freaked me out. You want to keep in mind where you cut can depend if you heal with a keloid. And basically what that is, it's like a raised scar. So like, you know, if you get a cut, it's gonna like scar flat, but it's gonna be like dark. So keloids is kind of like a 3D, so you can see the actual scar. I didn't even think about healing like that, but my mom had brought it up, and I was like, wow, that's something to definitely keep in mind, because you want to make sure if that does happen, and everybody is different, that it could possibly heal like that. Now, when I went to the doctor, he recommended right there on the areola. I was so worried about that choice, but he did express that it's very, very rare if people heal with those type of you know, keloids right in that area. So that was something that really was a big turning point of my decision, was that. And he expressed, listen, you're not even really gonna see it. Like, it's the smallest cut, it's right there. You know, you're not gonna see it. So I was like, okay, I think I should do that. So I ended up choosing right there in the areola, and let me tell you, best choice I could have made. I wouldn't have wanted to be cut anywhere else. And then when I thought about it, it made sense, because underneath my arm, it's a lot of movement. I do sweat a lot, so I knew it was gonna be a healing process for just that instead of this itself. Then I thought underneath, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have a big keloid, you know, right underneath there. If I could avoid it, I wanted to avoid it. Not that, you know, if you get it, it's okay. It's natural. But for me, if I could avoid it, I wanted to avoid it. And so I ended up choosing underneath the areola, and you don't see anything. It's like the flattest. There's no keloid. There's nothing. It's like almost like you can't see anything. It's like a little bit weird that there's nothing there, because it looks like there might. So happy with my choice. But that was something that I was definitely worried about when it came down to it. Next thing that I wanted to address was just a couple things I was worried about. First thing was the anesthesia. For me, going under is just always scary. I don't know, I'm not a medical person. So I admire people who are in that field, any type of medical field, just because I know I don't have the stomach for it. So for me, anesthesia was something that freaked me out. You know, they knock you out and then you wake up and you're like, I got boobs, right? And so for me, I remember it hit me right when they were rolling me out to the car. I was crying. They're like, why are you crying? And I was like, I just can't believe I did it. Like, I just didn't think I was gonna be able to go through with it. And she was like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. And I'm like, you have no idea. Like, I thought this was all a dream. Like, it happened so smoothly, it felt like a dream. Is that weird? Last thing I'm scared about was definitely the new pressure of the boobs. That was something that people said to be mindful of, is that it feels like a lot of pressure. But honestly, it was a lot, I guess, when I first came out of the surgery, because you know, it's in your chest. But after it heals, like, it's not bad at all. So don't let anybody scare you. It's not too bad. But I'm so happy with my choice, my experience. It was such a good experience. Really great doctor, really great customer service. There was a few of the young ladies in the desk. They were just so cute. Jennifer was actually the young lady who helped me kind of like walk me through the process, and she was just awesome. She's just like a little fairy. Like, she looks like a little fairy. She's so cute. But she helped me out with the whole process. The other girls who were there, they were super helpful, beautiful girls. So I'm so happy. It's so cute. Like, once you get them done, they're like, hey girl. I'm like, hey. like, you know, like you're part of the team. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. Just because that's kind of the purpose of me doing this series, is to be as helpful as possible and really take you guys along with me through this whole process. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys in my next video.